All right. Happy Friday. Just finished day 27. And it's a Friday. But today I got up and I had a plan and I made it work. So I actually went out and rucked, and I did pretty decent at it. Not hugely awesome pace, 14 minutes a mile, but or a little over 14. So, but better than 15-minute miles, and 30-pound plate carrier. And I need to bring that down and show it. Basically, though, I've got one of these Go Ruck plates. This is my 20, so I just took this out. This is the one I've been using, and now I'm up to a 30. So, but I've got that in my plate carrier, and I strap it on my back and I go. And today I went for 6 miles, actually 6.28 was my final. Not quite a quarter of a marathon, but pretty close. And so I think I'm gonna go for a little bit further next Friday. So it's rare that I have a Friday off, but next Friday I do. So, I have 2 Fridays in a row anyways, but next Friday I do. So next Friday I think I'm gonna try it again. Hopefully it'll be a little less sunny and warm. Maybe we'll get some clouds or something, because it was hot today by the time I was finished, and like I was suffering. But I mean, it ended up good. I feel really good about it, and was happy with that. My final workout of the night, did some strength stuff, and again, brought out the club bells, kettlebells, a little bit of body weight, and I've been really trying to hit the core at least at one part of my exercises, so sit-ups and planks today, and then of course burpees. I finished up with the burpees, and that's kind of how those 2 workouts went. My first one actually went for an hour and a half, but it only counts as one, so that's how that works. You got to get that second one in. After that first workout, I was tired, so I went and I got the nutrition I needed in, took a nap. I got probably about 2 hours, I think, something like that, and then got up, read my 10 pages, started a new book today, the 32 Principles by Henry Gracie. Just finished up the kind of the opening by Jocko Willink, and then the intro section that starts everything off. So that was my first 10 pages. So it's kind of nothing really meaty, substantial yet, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm kind of curious how their little video thing that's incorporated into it works with it. So that'll be an interesting little bit to it. I listened to Henner on Jocko's podcast recently, and they went over the book and a lot of the stuff about the history behind it, and the history behind some of the things with the Gracie Academy, and very interesting stuff that I didn't know about. So it was cool to hear, and so it made me look forward to getting the book, and then now being able to start reading it. Diet wise, I think I probably need to add some more calories, because I'm still losing weight. So I'm at my goal weight, and I want to now stop that. So I'm trying to figure that out. I got to work that out with my coach, but at the same time, I'm kind of enjoying. This is the last week of our 8-week challenge in the First Form app, and getting a little towards being more shredded, and I'm like, I haven't ever been here before. I've never seen this level of just lean in my my body. So it's cool. So I may lay off changing the calories at least for a week, and then after this challenge is over, then start looking at maybe bumping it up, because I'm eating around 2,300 calories a day, and like today, if this thing's even close to remotely correct, it's whoop strap, I'll burn somewhere over 3,000. So I was pushing pretty hard, and I try to do that most days at least once, and so that ends up hitting a pretty decent amount of calories. So I want to make sure that I am kind of countering that loss, because I don't want to get too small. I'm already having trouble with my pants. I'm gonna have to buy new ones, which is, I guess, a good problem. So I do appreciate that, that I have as much space in them as I do. It's just I don't feel like waiting the amount of time I'm gonna have to wait to get new pants. Especially for my work, because I have to order the uniforms, and it's a long process of getting that stuff. Water, not an issue, especially with this morning's ruck. I ended up having, I think I was at 80 before, I was almost noon. So I had to kind of scale it back, and got the last little bit in at the end, but I really was like, oh, I'm having to put in this amount of water just to stay hydrated, because I was soaked. It looked like I jumped in a pool after I got done with that ruck. I'm happy to say that the dog appears to be doing better. He had some pretty solid boops today, so that was good. Gave him some more rice tonight, plus some of his food. Try to get him back into his food, but also keep that rice regimen going for a little bit, just so that it gets in there and keeps soaking up whatever it is that's bothering him, and it lets him get back into a normal kind of digestive routine. So pretty proud that he's feeling good though, and he got to spend the whole day inside today because we didn't have any accidents, which was good. And I think that's kind of it. Yeah, I mean, it was just another day. I will say that putting that many miles on your feet when you're not used to it definitely will start them hurting. They feel different right now. I also was in a car accident probably 3 years ago now. I can't remember exactly, but it was 2021, so maybe 2 years ago. Pretty decent car accident, airbag deployment and everything, spun around 180 degrees, but when I did it, I know I pushed really hard with my right leg on the brake, and my right hip has been bothering me. I know I favor it a lot too when I do squats, so I've been trying to do a lot of mobility to try to work that joint and get fluid motion, fluid going through it, and make sure that it's not re-aggravating it. It's not terrible, but definitely felt it on the ruck today. So it's just something to keep in mind as I'm going through all this, is be mindful of those things, and pay attention to your body, listen to what it's telling you, because it'll give you clues. It'll let you know, hey, you need to do more mobility here. Tonight I was doing some cast with my club bells, and every now and then I feel something here, so I was like, okay, where am I doing this wrong? How am I coming out of the socket at the wrong time, or what am I trying to stabilize that's not quite right? And was able to make those corrections on the fly, which through doing martial arts, and jiu-jitsu is one of those martial arts for the last 20 years, I've learned to listen to my body and learned kind of things like, you know, your body does really well if it does this, not so good if it does this, and you know, that way I can make adjustments. Now, if you're kind of the person you hadn't really done that, and you're not really you not attuned to listening to your body and feeling those things, that might be a good idea to get somebody to help you, and to coach you, just to be able to look and kind of go, hey, this is where I'm feeling the pain. What do you see that I'm doing? Or, you know, should I look further into this? You know, because, you know, maybe they look, they watch it, and they go, hey, make this adjustment, and then boom, pain free. Or they look and they watch and they're like, hey, you're doing everything right. Maybe you should go see somebody. Because sometimes, you know, you might be doing everything right and there's still pain. Maybe you messed something up seriously, that you just don't know about. And now that you're getting your body back into moving and working out, it's pulling those things back out of you, and maybe it's time to go take a look at it. Just my thoughts on it. Anyways, hopefully you got something out of this. This week I'm going to try to share a little bit more of some of the things that I'm using in my diet to kind of help me hit the macros that I'm after, and stay in that range of, like I said, I'm main focus calories and protein. I've been doing a pretty good job of also hitting my carbs and fats. And, you know, not even most days I'm hitting all of them. Today missed out on fats. I was a little low, but everything else was right on point. So you know, and I was actually a little over on my protein, which was probably a good thing. So you know, it's little things that I want to dial in a little bit more, but just, you know, I'm hitting the numbers that I want to hit, and, you know, doing it without cheating. And luckily for me, I've got First Form, because to me their chocolate protein is the best, and that's my favorite flavor. So I do, you know, I like the chocolate, excuse me, the chocolate level 1 and the chocolate formula 1. They have two flavors of chocolate. They have I think it's chocolate milkshake, and then mint or chocolate mint cookie or something. Either one, both of them are delicious. Like those favorite formula 1s, and then just the like milk chocolate. That's my go-to for the level 1. Their level 1 bars are also amazing. Like I like all of them. I don't have an issue with any of them. And I'll try to bring some of those onto video so you guys can actually see it. But if you're interested, I'll put the link down in the description. You can take a look at First Form and some of the products they have. It's also a good way, if you haven't ever purchased from them before, that's a good way to support what I'm doing, and I appreciate it if you do. You can also, like I said, always leave me a comment. Like, subscribe if you're getting some value out of this, and I'll put my Instagram in there as well. Follow me on Instagram, throw me a DM if there's anything I can do to help. I'm not a nutrition coach or a personal trainer yet. I'm working on those two certifications, trying to get my personal trainer first and then go to my nutrition coach. However, I can give you some information and get you kind of moving in the right direction. So, and I'd be happy to do that. All right. Anyways, thank you as always. I appreciate anybody that's watching, and I hope you're, like I said, I hope that you are getting some value out of this, because that's the main reason for doing it. I'm doing it for me because I want to be able to go back and look at this journey, but I also am hoping that going through this process and doing these videos can at least provide some value at some point to someone.